Hi, our next assignment in Module 3 is Sunset State College. There's a picture that you'll need to open and save in your pictures file. Then you'll open the sunset letter paragraph. The third item is actually a preview of what this is supposed to look like when completed. So go ahead and open the sunset letter paragraphs. And as you're looking at this, it's a letter that it has a lot of spacing. That's because the default for Word is to have line spacing multiple 1.08 and an after of 8 points after each paragraph. So what we'll do is Control A, which selects everything, and choose no spacing, and it tightens everything up. And if you notice now in paragraph, it's single and zero spaces points after. So this is probably better to do than to have all that extra spacing. It tightens everything up. So the first thing we're going to do is create a letterhead at the top of this letter. So the first thing you'll do is you'll click Insert and choose Shapes. And you can use a rectangle. I think that's what the book used, but I'm going to use what's called bevel. And then you can go ahead and draw it across the screen. And you'll type inside it Sunset State College. Control A selects everything, and I'm going to go back home. You can choose a different font, just not so big that you can't see it. And if you wanted to, the font size, and change the font style, and bold, and I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. And then we'll change the drawing tools format, the shape fill to orange. You can use any color you'd like. And then we'll go into the picture. We're going to take the eagle, so deselect the letterhead beveled box, and we're going to put the eagle on either side of the letterhead. So it doesn't matter what it measures to. If you wanted to check drawing tools format, it's about 5.17 for the width of it, and just over a ½ inch on the height. Whatever you use for font is fine. So the next thing I'll do is click Insert, Online Picture, or not Online Picture, I'm sorry, just Pictures because you saved it to your file, and open up the eagle. It's going to be large, don't worry. You'll go into Size for the height, 0.5, Enter. And then if you try to move with the 4 arrows, move your eagle, it moves very difficult, not as smooth sailing. So choose Layout Options and choose Square, and then you can move it much more freely. And if you want to just make it a little bit taller so that it reaches. If you notice when I'm moving it, see the green border? If you want to just move this down a little bit, that's fine. So it's perfectly in line with the margins. So select the picture again, and then choose Picture Tools Format, go into Color, and choose Gold Accent Color 4. I want to just make it a little bit wider. Whoops. What we want to do is put the eagle on either side of the picture. So if you hold Control and drag, you can actually make a copy of it and just drag it over. And then what I want to do is, if you use your arrows, you can move it just so slightly so it's perfect. I want to flip the picture, so I'm going to click just the one on the right hand side, and then I'll choose Rotate, and I want to flip horizontal, so they're both facing the letterhead. And then underneath we're actually going to type an address, so let me fill that in for you. So I filled in the contact information, office admissions, the street, city, state, zip code, then a phone number and Sunset Education for the email or the website. So I'm going to click in between the zip code and the phone number, and I'm going to choose Insert Symbol, and if I go to More Symbols, and under Times New Roman characters, you'll have a few options to choose from. So I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom. I changed the font. Instead of Times New Roman, select Symbol. There's more options there. And then I'm going to choose the actual diamond shape and Insert, and then move this out of the way so I have the diamond shape, and then I'll go again after the space in between the telephone number and the .edu and put another diamond in there, Insert, and then close. So you could pick anything you'd like. It just separates the address from the phone number and the .edu. So anywhere on this line, we're going to do that dividing line. So if you choose home and then choose bottom border, you get the bottom border, but again, it's very dull. So if you wanted to go into border shading and select a different color and maybe a different style, make sure you click the bottom borders or it changes. You want to pick something else, make sure you click it again. And if you can, you want to choose the thickness of it, make sure you click it, and then OK. And then click to the left of Mr. Caleb Thomas, and then press enter, or not press enter first. We'll click, we will put enter. This is where we want the date. So insert, date and time, the third option, OK, and then 4 enters. There you go. You have your date and the mailing address and who it's, Dear Caleb. There's the letter. Then down below we have some important upcoming dates, but it looks a little messy. This would be better in a table. So if you select the 4 lines, choose Insert, Table, choose Convert Text to Table, and it already knows it's 3 columns and 4 rows. Go ahead and click OK. If you'd like to, you can choose, go with the orange theme. And then we actually need to add a row. So we need to add a row after August 16th and before August 23rd. So if you click anywhere in there in the table and hover to the left, you get that circle plus sign. That's to insert a row. Or you could choose Table Tools Layout and you could choose Insert Above or Insert Below. But it's just as quick to go ahead, and I'll fill this in for you. So just to show you with the table, right now, whatever was in bold in the first column repeated in our new row, and the same thing with the last column. Anything that was in italic automatically did that following the formatting of the table. So if you wanted to, in Table Tools Layout, anywhere in your table, if you choose Auto Fit and you choose Auto Fit Contents, it makes it as wide as it needs to be for the longest item in every column, so it gives you more space on the end. And you could center that if you wanted to. There's a center feature. Or if you choose Auto Fit Window, it goes to the full edge of the margin. So it's your choice if you want to do Auto Fit Window or Auto Fit Contents, and then choose Center so it puts it in the middle of your table. That's fine. So the only thing we need to do is end with our complimentary closing. So at the very end, Control End and press Enter. Now we should have the date at center position. Center position is 3.25, so if this is 3.5, this would be 3.25, and then you just press Tab and it puts it right at our center mark. And then at the end we want to do the same thing, so click at the left, 3.25, press Tab, and then type Sincerely, comma, 4 enters, Tab, it remembers it because we just put it in, and then Enter and Tab one more time for her title of her position. And if we were to view this as one page, it's a very nice letterhead. I think I'm going to change my letterhead instead of the border, instead of green, I'm going to change it to orange so it matches the rest of my document. So to do that, again, be anywhere on that line that was above it and go into Home, Borders and Shading, and then I'll change the color to orange. Make sure I select it and OK, so it now matches. So the other thing that you can do, you can save and submit this, but if you wanted to, if you select from the very beginning all the way to that border and do Insert, Quick Parts, and choose Save Selection, and I could type Sunset State College Letterhead and save. And then if I did open a new document, Control N, and I needed that letterhead, I would go to Insert, Quick Parts, and there it is. And I'd have that always. You don't have to do that part, I just need the full letter. So go ahead and save and submit. Thank you.